Hi, my name is Janice Imoisi. I'm with Key to Texas Realty, and we're talking about buying new construction in the Cypress, Texas area. This is video number two. In video number one, we talked about upfront out-of-pocket fees. In this video, we're going to be talking about selecting your realtor. Now, the builder has already factored in that you might be coming with a real estate agent. So please select a good one, because if things are getting a little hairy and it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get your loan through, you really want to have a realtor that kind of have some resources like maybe recommending you to a different lender that can possibly get that deal done so you won't lose your money. So it's very important to select someone that's familiar with the new construction process. And then that way they can kind of have their little radar detector on, so that if they're having a conversation with the lender and it doesn't seem like that lender can get that file done, you want to be able to move it quickly to a different lender who may have a different set of products that can get you over the threshold so that you can get the keys to your new home and you don't lose money like your down payment or money that you put down with the design center. So that's going to be very, very important. You also need to know that the sales consultant that sits in the model homes, they do not represent you. Let me repeat. The sales consultant that sits in those beautiful new model homes, they do not represent you. They represent the builder. They have the builder's interest at heart. So if you're going through this process alone, they're not going to be discussing with you stuff that, or making suggestions to you in terms of, say, getting an inspection. Most people feel that, hey, this house is being built brand new. Why would I get an inspection done? The builder's already getting it inspected. Well, I'm here to tell you that when my husband was building homes, we were getting each stage of the build process inspected so that we can move to the next stage. It had nothing to do with making sure that we get these homes inspected on behalf of the buyer, because sometimes construction crews make mistakes. I'll give you another example of something that can happen. I had a client that had a house built. They were contemplating on whether or not they should get an inspection done. Well, lo and behold, they got an inspection done, only to find out that the roofer accidentally bumped the lid that was to the hot water tank. And if the family had been upstairs sleeping, because of that little shift or bump on the tank, it would have caused carbon monoxide to be leaking throughout the whole upstairs. So that was an instance where it was a good thing that they got the inspection done. And then, of course, there's a lot of other reasons too why we need to get that inspection done. We'll talk about that when we get to that stage. But again, on video number two, we're strictly talking about selecting a realtor that's going to be there with you throughout the process. They're going to be there to answer questions for you. They're going to be there if stuff starts to go wrong or happen. They're going to be able to have suggestions as to how to handle the situation. Other things are that can happen is sometimes the home buyer, they'll select a lender that's in another state and the time difference is off. It could sometimes they select lenders that's in California. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with those lenders, but sometimes when you're having an issue or problem and you're trying to reach out to the lender and you have to wait an extra 2 hours before they open, the same thing can be when you're trying to close and you're waiting on docs to come. The time difference, it just can mess things up. So again, you want to be able to pick a realtor that has knowledge and understanding of the new construction process, so that if something were to go wrong or to happen, they can be very quick on their feet to get you a different lender, or to help you assist you with finding a different lender so that you can continue with the process, so that you can end up getting the keys to your new home in the end. So that takes care of video number two. Let's move on to video number three, when we talk about selecting your lender. So I'll see you in video number 3.